How do you learn about robotics?
Well, the best way is with a robot. We'd like to introduce you to Marty, a fully programmable and customizable walking robot. For kids, for makers, and for educators.
Marty's not your standard smart toy. He's designed by roboticists to be a real robot that you can do some really cool stuff with.
While being as fun as a toy. You can use Marty to learn about robotics, programming, electronics, and mechanics. Or you can build your own stuff with a walking robot that will hold a Raspberry Pi, and which you can customize with 3D printed parts.
Marty's not like other walking robots. His unique 3-motor and spring leg design lowers costs, but also makes him easier to use and his battery lasts longer.
He can walk, turn, kick a ball, and of course do funky dances. Marty is Wi-Fi enabled, so you can remote control or program him from your phone or computer.
You can also download apps or games other users have made from our Robot App Store.
Marty lets you learn real programming on a real robot. Start off with Scratch, where the coding is as simple as clicking and dragging blocks. You can make a dance routine or start interacting with the environment.
When you're ready, you can move into Python, a powerful but easy to use programming language.
But robotics is way more than just programming. Marty lets you learn about all kinds of things. Motor control, balance, sensors, mechanical design, and more.
Marty is really customizable and upgradable. The electronics make it easy to add all kinds of sensors and motors, and they'll even support a whole computer like a Raspberry Pi.
Add a camera, and you could even program him to play football.
All the parts are 3D printable, so you can make whatever you can imagine.
Ouch! Hi, Cindy. Banana! Banana.
More, please remind me 2 minutes later.
No problem.
More, who can I contact for ID design? Which department?
Wait a second.
Mom, can you tell me a story?
Okay.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived with her mommy in a cottage on the edge of a big forest.
For many years, DJs have only had one option: wired headphones. But why haven't they cut the wire?
When I'm DJing, DJing and I have my headphones around my neck, you're always wired, you know, to your mixer, obviously. And it's a big disadvantage of having the space and the freedom to jump around and to play with the crowd.
Because there's been no way for them to bridge the gap between wireless headphones and their DJ mixer. Consumer Bluetooth transmitters have latency issues when playing back their audio signal, which is why by default, DJs and recording artists have completely written off going wireless. So where does Ether come into the picture? Our story begins less than a year ago when it was brought to my attention how cool it would be to DJ using wireless headphones at a latency rate that's unperceivable to the human ear. It was at that exact point in time when I dropped everything I was doing and made it my goal to bring this project to life. After finding the right team, research and development, and tons of testing on existing transmitters, we found out that the A to D converters and standard Bluetooth chips just can't convert audio signal fast enough.
I came up with the idea for a translator when I met a French girl. That's really where the story starts. I was on vacation and I met this girl. It was difficult for us to communicate because she didn't speak English very well. And even when we tried to find a solution, like using some translation app to communicate, it was horrible. Look, if you and I are speaking and our phones are in our face like this, forget it. This is a wall. We're out of this real world interaction. But this, in your ear, puts us right back in it. Elodie, put this in your ear.
Je mets ça dans mon oreille?
Yeah, put it in your ear.
Comme ça?
Yeah.
Ok.
Can you hear me in French?
Pouvez-vous me entendre en français?
Oui. Et je peux t'entendre parler français? Mais c'est
Yes,
génial.
I can hear you talk French.
Attends, comment ça se fait? C'est
But this is awesome. But how you do it?
Yeah, it's translating. It's translating. This little wearable uses translation technology to allow two people to speak different languages, but still clearly understand each other. Simply put, when one person speaks, the other hears it in their language.
Developing the pilot has been an intensive process. Our team's been working on it for over 2 years. Andrew is our original co-founder and oversees product development. I'm an electrical engineer and expert in manufacturing. We also have a mechanical engineer, software engineer, PhD in machine translation, as well as an industrial designer. Our wide breadth of experts has allowed us to develop a product from the ground up.
We wanted to create something that hugs the curves of the ear without being obtrusive. Something snug but fashionable to wear. In the process, we just decided to throw in an extra earpiece for wireless streaming music. That means the full system includes 2 earpieces and its accompanying app. It's from the app itself where all of the languages are uploaded to the earpiece.